Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today's video, I will make these things in the bedroom. So it's look like a cloth simulation. So in this tutorial we will use cloth simulation. It's very simple cloth cabinet. So we will make it easily. As you see here, we have someone in behind of the bed and this cabinet of the clothes. So we will make it using the cloth simulation in Blender, so follow along. First of all, we need to go to the top view and add our cube that we will start the modeling from it. First of all, add the cube, then move it to this place and scale it until you match the 2D plan. Then after that we will follow along the image references of the project. So enter the edit mode and grab it this area here like this. Then I need to move it, exit the edit mode, then move it to the up like this. Then make it at the top using the drop it add-on you can use or find the link in the description. Also, I need to move the origin to the bottom or in the geometry by clicking Ctrl Alt X. In my case, I use the pie menu add-on. You can enable it in the edit preferences in Blender. So I made it in the bottom. So now I need to change in the height of this cloth cabinet. So according to the reference, maybe it's approximately 2.4 meter. So like this. Now I need to apply the scale. Then I need to select this face front because I will need it for the cloth simulation. So Shift D, then duplicate it and separate it from the selection. Then hide it to use it in future operation. Now I need to do something. It's to divide this cabinet to squares or quads. Now I need to make it like this. Maybe first of all I need to make it 7 according to the reference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 as I see in my references. Then I need to divide it in this direction to have quads. Make sure that you have quads or squares. Now I need to select all the front faces by select one of them like this, then click Shift G and select normal. So all the faces who has same normal as this face will be selected. Now I need to insert this individually by clicking E or I in the keyboard like this. Choose an appropriate value as you wish, then extrude it to the inside so to have the shape of cases. Then I need to apply a bevel modifier like this with the 3 segments and the amount of 0.02 like this. Also apply something like harden normal and auto smooth, then shade smooth. After that I will use the cloth simulation. So I need to do something in the cloth simulation. So I need to delete these 2 right button faces. So I will divide it first as the cloth cabinet. So I will make 7 like this and edge loops like this. Then I need to delete these by deleting these vertices. Then I will choose this and I need to fill it. F, select this, Alt, select, then F. Then I need to select all these faces and subdivide these faces to apply the cloth simulation, because we need some or more subdivision to apply our cloth simulation to have more details and realism. So I need to select all, then click by right mouse button and subdivide. Then repeat this operation by clicking Shift R in the keyboard until you get this level of subdivision. Now I need to make a pin group. So when I made my cloud simulation will be pinned by this group of vertex. So I need to select these edges and this edge and this edge, then go to object properties, object data properties, and add a new vertex group because we will use it in the cloud simulation. Then click assign. Now I need to select this inter edges like this. It's very easy. Select these edges by clicking Shift and Alt. So select it like this. Follow along, be patient. It's easy and it's done. You can now assign it to the same group. So when we go to verify if I in the right way, so click select. So we are in the right way. So now I need to apply a cloud simulation. I need to do some settings. Let these settings into default first. I need to apply a pressure, maybe with a lot of test. I think that 50 of pressure is good. Then we will use our pin group. So we'll use our vertex group that we created in the past time, like this. Also activate some shrinking factor to have some details and wrinkles in our cloud simulation, and let the others into default. So when we click play, you see that we have this cloud simulation, and it's done. So now we can apply shade smooth. Also you can apply another level of subdivision to have more details like this. So as you see here, now I will go to the other side, the elements behind the bed. So I will select these faces, select this face, also select this face, select these, then Shift D, then duplicate it to have it as a separate object. Then I will move it right here. Then I want to clean it to have a clear geometry. So I will clear this edges like this. Oh, sorry. Click this and click this and click this. So I need to delete all these edges and these edges also. Then select these edges, then fill it with F. Then I will go to the top view, then extrude it in the edit mode to this limit like this. Then I want to move this face to get the right dimension of the 2D plan. So I need to move this here like this to when I want to divide it. So I will have the right division of these cubes. This. Oh, I think that I made something wrong. So I need to move all these. Maybe I have some extra vertices. I need to move these faces to... Why it doesn't move? Why? I think that we have a problem in the edge flow, so we need to fix it. First of all, I need to set the origin to geometry. Then I need to delete these extra vertices because it gives me a problem in the edge flow. So like this, we didn't have a problem in edge the flow. Now if we move this, we move it rightly. Now we can add extra loops to our objects easily. This is done. Now we have our element. Then we will make the same thing as we made it in the closed simulation. So we need to select all these faces who has the same orientation. So Shift D to duplicate, then separated by selection. Then we need to subdivide our mesh to be square. So I need to select all. Maybe I will exit the edit mode, then enter to the separated object, then select our object, then subdivide it and repeat the operation with Shift R until you get the right level of subdivision like this. I think it's good for me. Then I need to add a vertex group as I do in the past time and the past cloud simulation. Maybe I will select some edges in this position. So I will see where is my middle. So I need to make it in the middle, and I will shift and select these vertices by clicking shift to add it to the other selection like this. Select these, and I will select the outro or the boundary of the mesh like this by clicking outside. In the empty space, you will select the boundary of the mesh. Then I need to add it to a new group vertex. Add a vertex group, then assign it to this vertex group. When I deselect, then select, I know that I am in the right way. Now I need to apply a closed simulation. So what I'm going to do is to select this mesh, then select this mesh and copy the modifier. So I don't want to make the same or redo the settings for the closed simulation. I will want to change something, is to change the pin group. So like this, I have the right way. Now I click play by clicking in the space bar, and I'm waiting for the closed simulation to done. Like this, we have our clothes. I hit pause, then I will apply shade smooth, then apply, maybe I don't need to apply another level of subdivision because it's already applied. Now I need to apply this closed simulation because I think I'm done. Shift or Control A, and I will let the subdivision modifier deconstructive. Also here deconstructive. I need to apply the closed simulation. Also, now I need to go to the reference to show you something. You see here that we have some doors opened in the clothes cabinet because it gives our shot randomization. So I don't need it to be all closed. So I need to be opened, one of two of these doors opened when I want to, as the photographer of this project do. So it's an intelligent trick. So return to the Blender. So I show you how to do that. So as you see in the reference that we have in PureF, the door opened is this. So we need to select this part and separate it from other objects. So we need to select all these and separate this by clicking V by ripped these edges from the selection. So when I click V, you see that this edges is ripped from the selection. So then I need to select this to select it as linked, because when I click L, all the vertices connected with each other will be selected rather than the others. So now I need to separate it from the selection to work freely on it. So now I need to enter to the edit mode. Then as you see here, I need to rotate it in this axis to make it as a door. So I need to move the origin to this place and rotate it according to the 3D cursor. So select one of these vertices to move the cursor to this, and I can change the rotation or transform pivot point to the 3D cursor. So when I move or rotate this object, will be rotated according to the 3D cursor. So I need now to add the thickness to our door. So to do that, I will select the boundary of our mesh like this and duplicate it to make it separate object, then exit edit mode and enter to the edit mode of this object. Then I will select this. As you see here, we have a lot of vertices in the boundary. So if we make just F, fill it with F, we will not have a quad, so we will have n-gons. So to fix that, I need to select it or fill it with the grid fill. You can go to maybe faces and click grid fill. So we have a quads now. So now I need to extrude it along this axis like this, and maybe I will make it parented to our cloud simulation by select this object, then select last this object and click Ctrl P and set parent to object. So if I select this cloud simulation and rotate it, you see that we have a port and move with our cloud simulation. Now I can enable our subdivision modifier. Now I need to do the same thing here as in the reference. The second port is here, so I need to add the same thing. Control to select the short way, and Control to select the short way. Also Control to select the short way here, and Control to select short. Then click V and click L to select all the vertices connected with each other. Then separate it from the selection to work on it freely. Now we need also do the same thing as the first. We need to change the transform pivot point to this point by clicking on Shift S and select this vertex, and click Shift S and click on cursor to select it to change the cursor to this point, so we can rotate this object in this axis. So don't forget to make the transform pivot to the cursor. I invite you to explore all these options of the transfer pivot point because it's very helpful, and we rotate it in this axis. So now I need to add the same thing. Select this boundary and this boundary and this and this. Then Shift D, P. I will return to the full mode. You see here, I need to change some of these options because I have problem in clip sort, so I need to increase it 0.001. So now I need to enter the edit mode of my thickness of the door, then fill it with the grid fill, then extrude it to have some thickness like this, and parent it to the close simulation by Control P, then click object. So when I rotate my close simulation, I will have rotation of the door. I can now apply or enable my subdivision modifier to have better detail. Now I need to apply a bevel modifier to the thickness of the door, amount 0.02 and segment 3, and shading to harder normal. Also apply shade smooth and auto smooth. It's a monotony operation. So I will select this also and select this, and maybe I don't need a subdivision modifier here. Also here I don't need subdivision modifier, I need a bevel modifier 0.02, 3, and shading to harden. As you see here, we have a notification that we need to apply auto smooth in object data properties. You can go to object data properties, and in normal you can apply auto smooth, then apply your shade smooth. Now we are done with this. We need to model something. It's simple things. So we need to model this panel, also this bookshelf and this table suspended in the wall. So as you see in the references, we have a bookshelf here. Also we have a table for the book. Also we have this panel. So we need to model all these. So first of all, go to the top view, wireframe mode, then add a new cube and move it to this place. So now I need to change the rotate or transform pivot point to the default. The default is the midpoint, so I need to move it to this. Then I need to scale it like this. Then I need to drop it to the floor by click V by using the add-on drop. So I mention it a lot in my tutorials. It's very helpful add-on. You can find it in the link in the description. So I need to move this. Then also I need to move the origin to the bottom by using the pie menu add-on by clicking Ctrl Alt X. Then I need to change in the height of this cube. I need to make it the same as the ceiling like this. Then I will apply the scale. Then enter to the edit mode, because I need to add another mesh for our materials, because we will separate the materials from each other in the texturing part. So I need to make this first in the modeling. So enter the edit mode, select these faces and inset a little bit like this, and it's done with this panel. Now we need to go to the bookshelf. Also the same thing, add your cursor here by clicking shift and right mouse button to change your cursor in any place you want. For me, I will change it to this place directly in this axis, and add another cube like this. So I need to move it manually to this place, also to this place, also to this place. Now I need to add another edge loops. Also, as usual, drop it or maybe to the floor, then change the origin to the bottom, then change the height to the ceiling. Now I need to add divided options, maybe 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then select all these faces, front faces, by shift G to have the panel of select similar. I will apply. Then inset, maybe I have problem in the scale, as you see here. If you have problem in inset, bevel, or anything else in Blender, you should check your scale. So apply the scale, then inset, so like this, I don't have a problem, and extrude it to the inside. Verify if I'm in the right way, like this. Then I will return to the full mode, like this. So I'm finished with the bookshelf. Now I need to model or made the table. The table is suspended in the air, so I need to model it by extracting these edges from the wall like this. So let's separate it by selection as usual, then enter the edit mode of the separated object, then extrude it in this axis, in the Y axis. So as you see here, I have some shading problems. I need to delete this vertex. First of all, I need to make it straight. So select this edge and click S, and in the Y axis then click 0. So as you see here, then I need to delete these vertices by clicking X and delete, or maybe dissolve this vertex. Then I will add another vertex by Ctrl R, then click G to link these two vertices. like this, I think that I don't have a problem. I need to verify the orientation. I don't have problems. Delete this bevel, get it from the wall. Then I need to select all these faces, then extrude it to the bottom like this. Also, I need to move it a little bit to the front by selecting these edges and select it and move it to this limit. Now everything is done. I think I'm done, so I will save the file, then apply some bevel modifier. For example, this 0.02, 3, and shading are normal. I don't have any problem with auto smooth. Apply my shade smooth. Also a shade smooth. Apply auto smooth. Then apply bevel 0.02. I think this is the appropriate value in every object. You need to do a bevel modifier for it. Now I need to apply also a bevel modifier here. So I have a trick for you, that the bevel modifier, it's very important in your 3D work. So you need to apply it always. Auto smooth, shade smooth, and it's done. This is everything we have in the modeling of the bedroom. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. See you in another videos. Salam.